is up? It's Muna and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm back with the part 2 on tips and tricks on how to study effectively. But before we get into today's video, here's the first quote of the day. The first quote of the day is, every single day commit to being the best version of yourself. This is really similar to the quote I gave you guys in the last video, because I'm just trying to emphasize the fact that becoming the best version of yourself isn't to join that particular gang in school or that clique in school that are, oh, they're the reigning people. That is not the reason to become the best version of yourself. Becoming the best version of yourself is just to be who you are and be unique in who you are, not to be like, oh, I have to fit in, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. It doesn't matter if it's your skin color or it's your eye color, your hair color. Nothing matters. Just be yourself and be unique in who you are. Become the best version of yourself for you, not for anyone else out there. Meditate on that. Now let's get into today's video. In the last video, I gave you guys 7 tips, and in this video, we're gonna carry on from there. So the next tip is take breaks in between study. This is really important because most people tend to have mental breakdowns and just general breakdowns about the fact that they either study too much or don't study at all. And this leads me to the Pomodoro method, which is a method in which you can study for like about 30 minutes and then take a break for like 10 minutes, or you study for 15 minutes and take a break for like 5 minutes. This is really effective because once you get like used to such particular timing, you realize that, oh, this actually works for me. Or it could be 10 minutes and 5-minute break, just anything that works for you. And I also advise that you don't overuse this, because most people also tend to study for like 10 minutes and then take a break for 30 minutes, which is not good because you're overusing it, and then at the end you end up not studying anything at all. So please do not overuse this method, and I really recommend it for you guys. The next tip is write a to-do list. This falls under organization because sometimes studying is not the only thing you have to get done in a day, and you also have like chores and other stuff to do. So writing a to-do list helps you to know that, oh, studying isn't the only thing. You also have to like clean up or wash up or just do some chores. So writing a to-do list is really important so you don't overstudy or understudy. The next tip is reward yourself. Most people think that this is the most interesting and fun part of all of it because it includes mobile devices. Some people think that after a long while of study, the best way to reward themselves is to go on their phones for like 15 minutes or 5 minutes, while some people think that it's okay to like just treat yourself to like a meal. But anything that works for you and anything you feel like, oh, this is what I need after a hard day of studying, do that because it's what works for you. And also, this is enjoyment, so you have to enjoy yourselves. The next tip is use flashcards. This is probably one of the most fun and interesting tip to me, because flashcards is just like a very good way of summarizing all that you've learned in fun, personalized, and creative ways. So basically how a flashcard works is you have a paper and it's 2-sided. On the front side, you can pick a particular keyword in a topic of a subject, and then on the back side you write the meaning, and then you can play as a game and be like, oh, okay, this is the keyword, and then someone else says the answer. So it's a really fun way, and you get to personalize it and create it, and you can even like draw stuff or just make it good and something that would make you want to study. And when you see, you remember that, oh, I have flashcards, let me use them to study, because they're a very effective way of studying. The next tip is asking questions. This is really important, but some people think that if you ask questions, you're dumb or you just don't understand things, but that is wrong. Asking questions is a really effective way of studying, because by asking questions, you're asking someone who's more experienced on the topic of discussion, and by doing that, you feed your knowledge bank on stuff that you didn't know before. So it's a really good way, and don't feel discouraged or that unmotivated that you asked a question and someone else didn't. Asking a question is a really good way of studying, and don't feel like you're dumb or anything because you asked the question. Next tip is do your homework. Most of you may be wondering, how does doing homework have to do with anything? Doing homework is actually really good, and most people don't realize it because most teachers tend to set questions or assignment questions based on what you were taught in school that day. So by doing your assignment, you're basically recalling and refreshing your memory on everything that you've learned in class that day, and it helps because all the things don't pile up for you to read in one big chunk of everything when it's exam time. So you just be doing it bit by bit, and then by the time it's exam time, you are gonna crush it. The next tip is set specific academic goals. By setting specific academic goals, you're doing yourself a huge favor, because when you wake up every day, you're like, okay, I have this goal in front of me and I have what I want to achieve all laid out for me, and I have that vision and that motivation for when you're unmotivated. And also, this doesn't have to be a huge thing. It could just be maybe in math, learning like 10 numbers in the pi formula, or maybe just studying different formulas like areas of a circle. It doesn't have to be something huge like memorizing the whole pie, for an instance. It can be something small, but just make sure you have that motivation, that zeal inside of you to just study and study and study. And now the last tip is have a positive mindset. This is actually to round everything up, because having a positive mindset just brings everything together. Because if you don't have a positive mindset, then you don't believe in yourself and you're just like, what's the use of the whole thing? So having a positive mindset is really important, because then it helps you to like believe in yourself, and it just gives you courage that, oh, I can actually achieve this and I am capable of everything that I can do. Give yourself affirmations. I am strong, I am smart, I can achieve what I set my eyes on, and just do it, because you have so many people out there who believe in you. Like, I'm one of them. I really believe in you and I know that you can do it, so keep pushing, and I'll see you at the top. Now, to round up this entire video, I will be giving you guys the second quote of the day, and that is, one day not too far from now, you'll be glad you kept going. This simply means that if you have that specific goal in mind, and maybe it could be your academic goal, just anything you have in mind, it doesn't have to be academic, it could be morally or physically, anything. Just once you have that goal in mind, just keep pushing and keep thriving. And when you look back in the next 1 year, few months, or even a few weeks, you'll be surprised at where you'll be, because you have that amazing feeling and the fact that, oh, I pushed through and I didn't listen to what anyone told me. It will be such an amazing feeling, and you'll be so proud of yourself. As I said, you have a lot of people that believe in you, me being one of them, and please do not give up. I'll see you guys at the top. So guys, that is all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay unique. Love y'all. Bye.